Welcome back to the Handy Landlord. So, my $28,000 house. Before I get into that, who saw my last two videos on my hoarding project? That house is crazy. If you have not seen those two videos, go check those out. Want to give you guys the numbers breakdown for the $28,000 house. That house was a lot of fun. I believe it was listed for $34,000. They got several low ball offers. From my understanding, they were pretty low. So anyways, I ended up coming in with a pretty strong offer at $28,000, which I felt like was more than reasonable for the property and still a good value to me. At the end of this video, if you wouldn't mind letting me know down below if you think that this was a good investment. I'm always curious to hear what other people have to say. You're not going to offend me. I don't really get offended very easily. Let's get into the numbers on this $28,000 house. There was a huge addition on the back that had a bathroom, a 2-car garage. I think it had 2 bedrooms. I mean, it was basically the size of the house. It was massive. And it was deteriorating. It had been leaking for a very long time. Very unstable. To have that demoed, I did not do the demo on that myself. I had my roofers do the demo on that. They do demo, roofing, a few other things. They charged me $4,500 to have that demoed. So my next expense was a new roof. I normally do most of the wood repair myself. On this house, I actually put soffits on the rear of the property just to add better ventilation and just provide a little bit more protection for the house whenever there's driving rain or such. So the new roof cost me $3,000, materials and labor. My next big expense was actually the electric. There was a lot of problems with the electric. Not for saying the property, just getting it past inspection. The permits, it just seemed to be just kind of drug on forever. I think they were 6 weeks out to even get to my job. And then once they got there were some permitting issues after they did the work. So this was one of the issues with the electrical service. It had to have this conduit here to protect it because this is a driveway side. And they had to come back and it took another 4 weeks, and it seemed like it just went on forever. That was a very slow process. I was happy, very happy when that passed inspection, everything was good and it was done. That cost me $2,500 to have the electric done. And then my next major expense was actually materials at $7,400. So that's basically all the materials for the property. So that back addition had several different levels of slab. The concrete, to have all the concrete removed, and the gravel, which they didn't really do that good of a job, to be honest. And I paid them a little bit too early. They said they were going to be done one night, met them there, and they still had stuff left. Thankfully, they came back and got that stuff, but they didn't do a very good job. So it was $1,100 to have the concrete removed, and then a couple other expenses. So carpet, $850, and then I had utilities, $600 just to keep the utilities on while I'm doing the project. Next we have groundhog, which $215 wasted to remove groundhogs. I mean, there was, I think, 4 or 5 groundhogs that were living underneath of this back slab. So the total for all the materials was $20,165. My purchase price of $28,000. My total investment in this property is $48,165. Now, during that time, I did have to pay $1,200 in taxes, property taxes, and then another, I want to say $600 in property insurance, which I pay that for the whole year. Let's just call it $50,000. I'm all in on this property. Say $50,000. Just make the numbers whole, round up. I'm in this property at $50,000 total invested. I rented the property for $975. So let me know what you think. Was this a good deal? Do you think I rented the property for enough, $50,000 invested, and I rented the property for $975. No dogs. I don't provide appliances. Let's see, what else? I always require the tenant to have renter's insurance. Check out my hoarding video. I'm going to do the same breakdown that I'm doing with this property for my hoarding property. So that'll be fun. There are several videos in that series. I am editing them now, and yeah, they're coming right along. I am freezing cold, so I do have heat in my garage, but it's so loud that I can't run it while I'm filming.